My nephew called me a pathetic wallet at his birthday, repeating his mom's words. I've helped my sister's family financially for years, but now I feel used. I'm pulling back, questioning my role, and struggling with guilt over the kids. Should I confront her or set boundaries? I don't even know where to start with this. I've been sitting on this for weeks, maybe months, just stewing in my own head, trying to figure out if I'm the bad guy or if I'm just stuck in some messed up family dynamic that I didn't sign up for. I'm 38, single, no kids, decent job, and I've always tried to be the good uncle to my sister's kids. But after what my nephew said to me last month, I'm questioning everything, my role in their lives, my relationship with my sister, and honestly, whether I'm just a doormat with a bank account. I'm going to try to lay this out as clearly as I can, but I'm still kind of a mess about it, so bear with me. For context, my sister, Lisa, 42, has 3 kids, Jake, 14, Mia, 11, and Ethan, 8. She's been a single mom since her divorce 5 years ago. Her ex, Tom, is, let's just say, inconsistent. He's not a deadbeat exactly, but he's the kind of guy who shows up with extravagant gifts once a year, plays cool dad for a weekend, then ghosts for months. Lisa's been holding it together, working as a dental hygienist, but money's tight. I know it is. She doesn't talk about it much, but I can see it in the way her house always needs repairs, or how the kids' clothes are just a little too small sometimes. I've always tried to help out where I could. Not because I'm some saint, but because they're family, you know. I'm not rich, but I do okay. I work in IT, mid-level management, and I've got no dependents, so I've got some disposable income. Over the years, I've stepped up for Lisa's family in ways that felt natural. I paid for Jake's soccer camp when he was 10 because Lisa couldn't swing it. I covered Mia's dance recital costumes last year. I've bought school supplies, chipped in for car repairs, even helped with a couple of mortgage payments when Lisa was in a bind. I never made a big deal out of it. I'd just Venmo her the money or drop off a check and tell her not to worry about it. She'd always say thank you, sometimes cry a little, and promise to pay me back someday. I'd wave it off. I didn't want her to feel like she owed me. I just wanted the kids to have what they needed. But here's the thing. I'm starting to feel like I'm not really Uncle Mike to them. I'm starting to feel like I'm just a resource. And it all came to a head last month at Jake's 14th birthday party. It was a small thing at Lisa's house. Just family, a couple of Jake's friends, pizza, and a cake from Costco. I showed up with a gift for Jake, a new pair of soccer cleats he'd been eyeing for months. They weren't cheap, but I knew he'd been begging Lisa for them, and she'd told me she couldn't afford them. I figured it'd make him happy. He opened the box, grinned, and said, "Whoa, thanks, Uncle Mike." I felt good, for like 5 seconds. Later in the evening, I was in the kitchen grabbing a soda when Jake and one of his friends came in, laughing about something. They didn't see me at first. I was half hidden by the fridge door. Jake's friend was like, "Dude, those cleats are sick. Your uncle's loaded, huh?" And Jake, my nephew, the kid I've been trying to be there for, giggled and said, "Yeah, Mom says he's just a pathetic wallet who doesn't have a life, so he spends all his money on us." I froze. Like, actually froze, with the fridge door still open, cold air hitting my face. I don't think Jake even realized I was there. His friend laughed. They grabbed some chips, and they went back to the living room. I stood there for probably a full minute, just staring at the ketchup bottles on the fridge door, feeling like someone had punched me in the gut. Pathetic wallet. That's what my sister thinks of me? That's what she's telling her kids? I mean, I know Jake's 14, and kids that age can be little shits sometimes, exaggerating stuff to sound cool in front of their friends. But the way he said it, so casual, like it was just a fact of life, it hit me hard. I spent the rest of the party on autopilot, smiling when I was supposed to, singing "Happy Birthday." But inside, I was spiraling. I kept replaying Jake's words, wondering if that's really how they all see me. Not as a brother, not as an uncle, but as some sad, lonely guy who's only good for his bank account. When I got home that night, I couldn't sleep. I kept thinking about every time I'd helped out, every check I'd written, every time I'd shown up with groceries or paid for something without being asked. Was I being played? Was Lisa just leaning on me because she knew I'd always say yes? Or worse, was she talking about me behind my back, painting me as some kind of loser to her kids? I felt humiliated, but more than that, I felt betrayed, like I've been pouring my heart into being there for this family, and maybe it's all been a joke to them. The next day, I texted Lisa, trying to keep it light but direct. I said something like, "Hey, Jake said something kind of weird at the party about me being a pathetic wallet. Any idea where he got that from?" I didn't want to come at her too hard, but I needed to know. She called me right away, and I could tell she was flustered. She said, "Oh my God, Mike, I didn't say that. He must have misunderstood something. You know how kids are." She went on about how stressed she's been, how she might have vented to a friend about money troubles, and maybe Jake overheard, but she swore up and down she'd never call me anything like that. I wanted to believe her. Lisa's my sister, and we've always been close. Growing up, it was just the two of us and our mom after our dad bailed when I was 6. We had each other's backs. But now, I don't know. Her explanation felt convenient, like she was scrambling to cover her tracks. And even if Jake did mishear something, why would he think it was okay to say that about me? Kids don't just come up with stuff like that out of nowhere. They pick it up from somewhere. Since then, I've been pulling back. I haven't said anything to Lisa about it, but I've stopped offering to pay for stuff. Mia's dance recital is coming up, and Lisa mentioned the costume fee in passing, probably expecting me to jump in like I always do. I didn't. I just said, "Oh, that sounds like a lot. Hope you guys figure it out." It felt cold, but I don't know how to go back to being the guy who just hands over money without feeling like a chump. The worst part is, I miss the kids. Jake's been texting me about his soccer games, acting like nothing happened, and I don't know how to respond. I want to be there for him, for all of them, but every time I think about it, I hear that phrase in my head, pathetic wallet. It's like a splinter I can't get out. I keep wondering if I've been enabling Lisa this whole time, making it too easy for her to rely on me instead of figuring things out herself. But then I feel guilty, because those kids didn't ask for their dad to be a flake or for their mom to be stretched so thin. I don't want them to suffer just because I'm hurt. I've been thinking about talking to Lisa again, maybe laying it all out. How much Jake's comment hurt, how I'm questioning my place in their lives. But I'm scared it'll blow up into something bigger, like I'm accusing her of being ungrateful or a bad mom. She's already got so much on her plate, and I don't want to make things harder for her. But I also don't want to keep feeling like this, like I'm just a walking ATM to my own family. I don't know, Reddit. Am I overreacting? Should I just let it go and keep helping out like nothing happened? Or am I right to set boundaries, even if it means the kids might miss out on stuff? I feel so stuck. I love those kids, and I thought I was doing the right thing by being there for them. But now I'm wondering if I've just been setting myself up to be used. Any advice or perspective would be appreciated, because I'm driving myself crazy over here.